What up, chat? I'm just chilling right now. Herb. What up, what up, what up? What's up, Miguel? You're always the first one in my stream. It's a W, bro. Welcome in, chat. What's up, Griffin? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We're just chilling right now, just chatting. Good. Welcome in, chat. If y'all new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and like button. It's free and it supports the channel. Welcome in, chat. Welcome in. Got paid for the Super Bowl bet. Yeah, I got $10 from my stepdad. I was gonna get a controller if I bet, but yeah, the Eagles. I knew the Eagles were gonna win, bro. I knew it, bro. I knew the Eagles were gonna win. Like it's clearly obvious. Like it looked like the Chiefs were gonna like rig it, but nah, they got dogged. The only reason why they won the Super Bowl against 49ers is because they had the refs on their side. This time it was fair game, bro. What's up, Ray? What's up, Quaza? Nah, hell no. I skipped the halftime show. I'm gonna be real with you. I look like Buddy Holly. I'm gonna have to look up who that is, bro. Nah, but I did not like the halftime show, bro, because I just can't explain, bro. It was so ass. I can't lie. The halftime show is like I watched like first the entry of the halftime show and I left. Like I stopped. But I had the score like live feed on my phone, so like I knew we were doing so well. Shout out Taylor. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not a Taylor fan, bro. But I'm a Kendrick fan. It's just that, chat. You gotta think, like when it comes to Super Bowl, you can't just think, oh, everybody's voting for Chiefs, right? You gotta think your own mindset, and you gotta be like, oh, let's look at this. Eagles have the #1 defense in the league right now against players that bribed refs, right? So think of it like this: if I'm playing. Oh yeah. If I'm going against one of the best people, like for instance, because I run track, if I'm running against one of the best people on track, and I'm pretty fast, but I'm not the fastest, and I'm not faster than them, and I bribe a ref, and I win on that game or track meet, then I'm dog. But if we play fair game, if we play fair game, I'm losing it, and the other guy's winning. Just take that into mindset because you got to think, not all of it's about cheating. But like, all right. So, do y'all think? So, what do y'all think? So, do you think cheating is the way to go, or going hard and losing to then learn from your past and then you get better? What do you think is the best? Like, be real with me, cause like I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I train and train and train on everything, right? I don't cheat. I don't do nothing. Cheating's, like, horrible. I'm gonna be straight up with you. But if you're cheating and I catch you cheating, bro, it's not gonna look good. You don't look good when you cheat, and neither does anybody around you. Like, it just makes you look horrible. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, y'all gotta take into consideration that it's not always about cheating. Like, and like, if you like something, just because someone else likes it, that's not good. Like, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be straight up facts with you. Ugh. No, tell me, y'all. So, sorry, I had to do something. Tell me a crazy. Well, I want y'all to say a crazy story that, like if you're in a sport or something like that. Name like a crazy story that you had or happened to you, or something that's happened to you in high school or school in general. What have you done that's crazy? That's like rememberable. Yeah, I was muted for a minute. Sorry, Griffin. All right. So, say for instance, like next Super Bowl, who do y'all think is gonna win? Damn, that's gotta hurt. What have I done? What do you mean? But yeah, that's gotta hurt, bro. My friend. So my friend was playing basketball, right? And he got shoved. Right? And he like tore this part of his leg, and he couldn't play. Like he broke it, and he can't play, and he couldn't play forever, like for a while. Now he's off the team, and he's on another team. I'm getting it. Damn, bro. So annoying, guys. Like, people are so annoying. I can't lie, chat. That's annoying. When you got someone up your ass 24/7. So I have a crazy story, chat. I have a really crazy story. All right. Y'all want to hear it? Y'all want to hear my crazy story? You want to hear it? So, this crazy story, it's not related to school or anything, but this crazy story. So, one day, I was just chilling at my house, like it was evening, and it was like the weekend. So, I'm sitting here cutting up an apple, right? In the right mind, and not in the right mind, I'm cutting it like upside down, like face up like this, because I was watching chef stuff. So I tried cutting it, and I went to go cut it up. And keep in mind, I had a really sharp paring knife. I didn't have an apple cutter. And I cut my finger, like right here, the tendon. It went straight to the bone. It almost cut my finger off, but I got saved, and my finger's back to normal and everything. But it was a crazy time. Like, I almost lost my finger because I was stupid. Like, a paring knife's a really, really sharp knife. Like, it's, like, supposed to cut bones. And I'm lucky, bro. I got so lucky. And my finger, I felt so lightheaded because my finger was dripping blood. Like, I was like, oh, fuck. What the fuck? Like, that's exactly what I was like. In my head, I'm like, yo, this is not real. This is a fucking dream. So, that was one of the scariest moments Life. Oh, my most embarrassing story, right? So, this was in 7th grade, right? So, I'm chilling in class playing games, and I got told a dare. They were like, I dare you to say who you like. So, I'm like, oh, because I was dating someone at the time, right? So, I'm over here thinking, well, should I say it? Should I not? They say, and you can't say no, you can't skip it. What's up? Well, welcome in, welcome in. I'm telling stories right now, clips. And I'm like, all right, fair. So I told them, I'm dating this one girl, and she went to our school at the same time. And I like her. And they're like, what, her? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, all right. And I left. And then the teachers heard it, and they're like, oh, no. And then so they split our classes up. So I'm like, all right, that's fair. So then a year goes by, she leaves the school. I'm still there because I'm, like I said, I'm a 7th grader. And, I'm just, like, getting clowned. So that's one. Welcome in, Eclipse. Welcome in, welcome in. So yo, so should I make up a story? Mason, shut my door. Why is it so dark? What's up, pretty queen? It's so dark. I did have my lights on. It's my LEDs. Yo, y'all want to hear me make up a story? Like, see what I can go just off the top of my mind right now? Y'all want to see what I can do? All right, bet. So right now, so don't judge me because I'm just making this up in my head. So, a long time ago, in a creepy cabin in the forest, there lived an old man. The old man in the cabin had barely known anything, and he was the only one to live around as he thought he was. So, in that cabin, it was surrounded by a swamp, a dark swamp, right? And there was nothing above it floating, no algae, no nothing, until this very day was the next. Hold on. The next day, he goes outside, and the lake is green. The lake's green, and he sees something bubble. So what does he do? He cleans the pond, and he goes inside of it. But keep in mind, this guy is like old, and he can't swim and everything. So he dives in, and somehow he has this like scuba gear, so it helps him swim. He goes in, it's a lot deeper than he expected. He goes in, he finds this rock, right? He pushes on the rock, and it opens a circular tunnel straight down. So he goes down the tunnel with only a little bit of oxygen left. He starts running out, and he starts hyperventilating. So then he finally reaches the bottom and the surface. And let's just say things didn't go so well. He stumbled upon 2 ogres, right? And let's just say they were not friendly. He stumbled upon them, and they put him to sleep. They didn't know who he was, they didn't know what he was doing, and they didn't know how he found it. So later that day, he woke up in his bed. The same thing happened, and it's like he had deja vu. The old man walked up, did the same thing, but that day that he woke up, it wasn't there. In the middle of the night, he went outside to check, and he saw this really cool beaming light. The light was so cool, it attracted him, and that was the job. They shined the light so far, it brought attention to the man and gazed him off into the light. He then was captured, tied up, injected with a needle, and fell asleep. Then after that, he woke up, looked at his skin, and his skin was green. They put a mirror in his face as soon as he woke up, and he screamed. Later that night, he was in his bed, but he was still green. He wanted to know what happened, so he went straight back down, and he saw nothing. It's almost as if he was an ogre the whole time, just in the right mindset of an old man. Now, that's the story I could come up with. But I want you guys to say, like, guys, put some words in here and let's see if I can make a story up out of it. Let's see if I can make a really cool story. Let's test me. We'll put some crazy stuff in there. Let's see how good of a story I can make. Like, something beyond astronomical. So let's see, like put some like meme stuff in there, put some scary stuff, put some horror stuff. I'm gonna try to make a story out of that. Alright, so while you're doing that, I'm gonna start. In a land never to be known of lived ancient gods. Those ancient gods had a story to tell for the world. As civilized people woke up on a normal day, things seemed a little bit off. The clouds were a little bit darker than usual, and the sky was just too iffy. They later all gathered around in a tiny circle, and they discussed what's wrong. They soon figure out that it does seem a little bit cloudier and a little bit darker. They stumble upon this feather just floating in the air. They follow the feather, and the feather starts glowing. It leads them to a mysterious path, which they then follow. They go back home and go rest to think of all of what happened and what they've witnessed. In the future, they think, what is this? Is this a portal to some dimension? To some another world? What is this? They later go back to the path, and it starts glowing with a door in front of them. They enter the door, and little do they know, they're entering something that they've never known of and that they're never going to see again. They all get blinded by the light of the door. They fall through, and it's almost as if it was real, but it was an illusion that they're falling. They're then masked up, and they find themselves back in their home. Later to figure out that they have been abducted by aliens in a green screen at home, but they're visually seeing it as if it was real. Alright, let's see this. If you were stranded on a desert island with only one person forever, who would it be? What would you do? Pass the time and only. Which one would it be? Alright. So I'm about to make a giant story of this. Long ago, I was told I was going to be stranded on an island with one person. That person was one person in particular that we'll get later in the story. I'm stranded. I'm going to bring some water. I'm going to bring a hatchet. I'm going to bring some rope. That's all I need. First of all, on day one, I'm cutting down some trees and some bamboo to make down my shelter. Day two, I gather some materials and some food. I start off by making a sphere to spearfish. It's a fish spear. And I catch a couple of them. Later that day, someone is appearing on the island. I don't know who it is. I don't know how they got here. That person was known later in the story to be one of the most helpful persons that I have ever met on that story. This guy was not only crazy looking, but he looked like he could grant one wish. So I went up to him. I said, "Hey, who are you? How'd you get here?" He said, "Well, my fellow young one, I got here by the summons of your mind. And keep in mind, this is an illusion of him stranded because he's going crazy at this point." Later that day, the guy disappears. His friend is there, and this gust of wind stumbles upon him. He follows it into these forests, and it leads down into the water. He dives into the water, and this is on day 13. Day 15 to 16, he is given one wish that can be granted at any time on this island. And he decides to use it on day 50, he said. The boy stranded on the island is with his friend. His friend cuts bamboo and everything, spears fish, while the boy himself builds and gathers. On day 30 to 40, a lot has been made. There's been a dock made, a house, and everything. On day 50, the boy wishes that he could stay on the island a little longer, but with a really nice house, extended island, and money. He then uses that to his advantage as he uses the money to
build into his house and call. He then expands on his island more and more and more as the days progress. Later in the seasons, he starts living on the islands. He's not stranded anymore because he loves the island. He swims in the water every day. He lives in his house. Then the genie pops back up and he's like, I will grant you one more wish if you can solve this riddle. And it ends there. It's like a cliffhanger. Alright, bro. You do you. Thanks for stopping in and supporting. But yeah, I'm just saying stories because I'm bored. So yeah, bro. I'm gonna end stream anyways, because I'm gonna do stuff like shower and all that. But I'll see y'all in a bit, or tomorrow.